Hello, I am Crystal Craven, and I am a singer, a songwriter, and a worship leader, and I am passionate about sharing what God inspires. And this right here, coming up, is your weekly devotional. Okay, we are trucking right along here in the arrest and ultimately the crucifixion of Jesus. So we are picking up in Luke 23, verses 1 through 4. And it says, "Then the whole company of them arose and brought him before Pilate. And they began to accuse him, saying, 'We found this man misleading our nation and forbidding us to give tribute to Caesar, and saying that he himself is Christ, a king.' And Pilate asked him, 'Are you the king of the Jews?' And he answered him, 'You have said so.' Then Pilate said to the chief priests and the crowds, 'I find no guilt in this man.'" All right, so Jesus stood before Pilate. He was innocent, yet accused. And the religious leaders had stirred up false charges, twisting his words and his motives to paint him as some type of political threat against Rome. Now, they claimed that he incited rebellion and denied taxes to Caesar, and we obviously know neither of those were true. Yet, in the face of their lies, Jesus didn't fight back. When questioned directly, he simply responded, "You have said so." Jesus didn't end up launching into some long-winded defense monologue or, wasn't scrambling to clear his name. There was no dramatic plea for justice or blame shifting or arguments. It was just a demonstration of quiet strength and truth. Jesus' response is deeply countercultural, and it's deeply instructive for us. When we end up facing false accusations, or maybe we're being misrepresented or misunderstood, our natural reaction is to explain, defend, or justify ourselves. We want to correct the record, protect our reputation, and convince others of our innocence. And often we use many words in these situations, not always to clarify, but sometimes to deflect or to shift blame to other places. But Jesus, the only truly innocent man, modeled a different way. He stood in truth and entrusted himself to the one who judges justly. He knew the outcome was not in Pilate's hands, nor in the hands of the angry crowd. It was solely in the hands of his Father, and for him, that was enough. Now, this doesn't mean we'll never face painful or unfair situations. We probably will. Actually, I'm going to say yes, we will. Jesus was perfect, and yet he was falsely accused and crucified, so we're going to face things too. But it does mean we can release the pressure to constantly defend ourselves. God is our defender. He sees, he knows, and he is working all things for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose. When we resist that urge to over-explain or to try to vindicate ourselves and instead walk in a quiet confidence, we mirror Christ's trust in the Father's sovereignty. Sometimes the most powerful response is not a long defense, but a simple word of truth spoken in peace, not in panic. Our reputation is not in our hands. It's in God's. And when we surrender the outcome to him, we find freedom from fear and from striving. Jesus knew where his story was headed, even if others didn't. Yet he knew that the cross wasn't the end, but it was the path to redemption and glory. When we're falsely accused or misrepresented, may we not strive to prove and defend ourselves, but instead to walk quietly in the confidence that we have in God, remembering He is our defender. For blogs, written devotionals, and originally written songs, visit crystalcravenmusic.com. And that is Crystal with a K and Craven with a C.